Protesters shut down part of downtown Connector Highway in Atlanta tonight. This is live footage. It's happening right now. And they marched to the Wendy's. You can see in this live video that this is where it happened. They set that Wendy's on fire. Now, it appears actually that this is another reaction from the protesters. They've smashed windows at that fast restaurant. Police say the 27-year-old Rashard Brooks was sleeping in his car when officers approached him, and he and the police got into a scuffle. Well, as Brooks was running away with what appeared to be one of the police officers' tasers, according to GBI, he was shot and killed. 27-year-old Rashard Brooks was shot and killed after a scuffle with police. This video released by GBI shows the last seconds before Brooks was shot and killed by a police officer. Atlanta's mayor says the shooting was not justified.
While there may be debate as to whether this was an appropriate use of deadly force, I firmly believe that there is a clear distinction between what you can do and what you should do. I do not believe that this was a justified use of deadly force and have called for the immediate termination of the officer.
What the video doesn't show is moments before the shooting, but there were onlookers that did capture the initial scuffle with police. According to GBI, the incident began with a call to police at 10:33 p.m. about a man sleeping in a parked vehicle in the restaurant's drive-through lane, causing some customers to drive around it. Police gave Brooks a field sobriety test, which he failed. Brooks resisted arrest and struggled with officers. A nearby surveillance video captured the shooting that happened after the scuffle. Take a look. You see Brooks running away from officers. If you look at his hand, it appears he has a taser. GBI said Brooks had taken one of the officer's tasers. In the video, Brooks turns toward the officer with the taser in his hand. The officer then shoots Brooks, who would later die. The mayor does not support the officer's actions.
What has become abundantly clear over the last couple of weeks in Atlanta is that while we have a police force full of men and women who work alongside our communities with honor, respect, and dignity, there has been a disconnect with what our expectations are and should be as it relates to interactions with our officers and the communities in which they are entrusted to protect.
Some protesters disagree with the officer's actions, too.
Instead of shooting, do a taser. I mean, they know when they pull a gun, 9 times out of 10, they're going to kill somebody. If he's pointing a taser at a police officer, they have the bulletproof vest. A taser not going to hurt them if he shoot it in their chest. Just shoot them with a taser, not a gun. Every time something happens, you don't always have to pull a gun out on somebody. They have tasers for a reason.
Though the mayor calls the shooting unjustified, others disagree because Brooks pointed a taser at the police. And earlier today, Atlanta's police chief, you see her here, she also stepped down. GBI is investigating this police-involved shooting.